Moin Moin and welcome to Ralfs Foto-Bude. Yeah, last year Nikon presented the full-frame DSLR D600. This year there's an update of the APS-C cameras. So the new model is the D7100 24 megapixel APS-C sensor. And I show you today the most interesting points of the camera and how to use the camera and some of the topics. So thanks for joining me, and now let's start. So this is the D7100. The design is a Nikon design. It's like all the other Nikons. You have the button for the autofocus and the manual focus change. You have the press button to change the different settings of the autofocus. Then you have the bracketing button, the flash button. Yeah, there's D7100 has a built-in flash like the D600. On the other side we have the two functions buttons, this one here and this one up there. You have the dial in front of the shutter release button, the on-off switch. Then you have the button for to start a video, the correction button for the exposure. Then you have the button where you can change the metering for the exposure, and you have the big dial for the different programs. You have the program mode, you have the for the aperture and shutter speed priority, manual focusing, effects, the two U1 and U2 for the custom settings, scene, no flash, and the green auto function where the camera makes all the setting by herself, so you don't have to care about anything, ISO or something else. The camera does everything for you. Then we have the dial for the different speeds. You have the single, or you have low and high picture settings for the speed. Yeah, on the back side, the D7100 looks like almost every DSLR of Nikon. Let's have a look at the D600. So they are almost exactly the same. There's one difference. The difference is the D600 has still this plastic shield on the display. The 7100 doesn't have the shield on the display, and the display has a little bit higher resolution. 1.2 million pixel is the resolution of the D7100. And another small change, you have this I button here down beside the display. The D600 didn't have this button. Yeah, you see the difference. The 600 has this button for the picture control configuration. Yeah, and the D7100 doesn't have this button, but the I button. And I show you how the I button works. If you're not in the live view mode and you press the I button, you directly will get these settings here on the bottom of the display. You can change the settings very easy by just going to the different points. And if you want to change the assign preview button, just press OK, and then you have the different settings where you can change. And I go to the viewfinder virtual horizon, so I can show you later how this will work. It's a very nice feature. You can change the setting of the FN button. Let's go to there, and let's go to like playback. So you can change very easy the different settings. It's not like the D600 where you have to press double the info button and then you get the settings down there. You can directly go with the I button to the settings, and that's very nice. I like it very much. If you're in the live view mode, let's change to the live view mode. Now we are on a live view mode. When you press the info button, you get the different display settings like the grid and the level meter. There's only a 2D level meter, so you don't have the leveling in this direction, you only have the leveling in this direction. Then you have the most important settings of the camera on top. Pressing the info button again, you have the clean image only with the autofocus point and the most important settings down there. So these are the different settings for if you press the info button. If you press the I button, you will get the most important settings of the camera here on the side of the display, and you can change it. You can change the image area from the DX or the APS-C format to a 1.3 magnification. You can change the image quality, the image size, set picture control, active D-lightning, remote control mode, and the monitor brightness. So I like it very much. It's very easy. It's like the Q button on the Fujifilm cameras. They have this Q button where you can go directly in the most important settings of the camera. So that's very nice to have this E button. And so the former set picture control button on this side is now in the menu. So it doesn't matter. I think you can do it in the way like this. So there's not a real big difference. So you see here you can set the different picture control settings of the camera. Yeah. So you're going down to the menus. Let's have a look at the menus. It's the same structure as all the Nikons have. It starts with the playback menu where you can set the different playback settings. Then it goes to the shooting menu where you can set the different shooting things. You see you have the second slot for the SD cards. I can show you here on the side. You have two SD cards, one there and one there, and you can set the different functions for the SD card in the menu. So you can say overflow, just going on, and if the first card is full, it goes to the second. Or you can set a backup, so you have the pictures on both cards. Or you can set up the RAW slot 1 and the JPEG slot 2. So you have the RAW on the one card and the JPEGs on the other card. So that's a real nice function. You can set the image quality, for sure RAW and the combination of RAW and JPEG. That's usual. Then you have the image size from large, medium to small. At the next point you have the image area. That's what I told before. You have the DX format with 24 by 16 millimeters, or you have a magnification of 1.3, and then the sensor has only an area of 18 to 12 millimeters. So for one point this is very important. I show you later for what point it is important. Then you have the JPEG compression and the NEF or the RAW recording, white balance, color space, the active D-lightning, HDR, and then we go to the long exposure noise reduction, high ISO noise reduction, and then we are at the movie settings. And if you look at the movie settings, we have the frame size and frame rate, and there we'll see we have in full HD 30p like the D600 has, 24 and 25, and then 60p and 50p in the small HD format. And here in the top of the line we have the 60i and 50i in full HD, but they're in light gray, so you can't switch to them by now. So, but you can switch for sure, and therefore you have to change the image area. So if you go to the magnification 18 by 12 image area, then let's go back to the movie settings, and here we are. If you go now to the movie settings, you will see 60 and 50i are available. So you can change the size of the image, and then you get the 60 and 50i frame rates. So next point is the microphone setting. You can change the auto sensitivity, or you can set it to manual sensitivity. So, and if you go to manual sensitivity, it's very easy to change, just going up and down on the 4-wheel button, and then you change the sensitivity of the microphone. Yes, and you can put an external microphone on the camera. So let's have a look at the other connectors on the side. Here we have the USB and the microphone. Then we have the HDMI port. And one thing, if you're on the live view mode, the picture is going out to HDMI all the time during the recording and before the recording. So you can put a external screen on the camera if you want to make professional movies. That's impossible. That's possible with this because you get all the time out of the HDMI port the signal, the picture signal. So that's a real nice feature. And here we have the headphone and the GPS jack, where you can put in the GPS module of Nikon. So this is the shooting menu. So let's go to the individual menu of the custom setting. We have there's a lot of settings you can change, and there are a lot of settings which you have to look and you have to learn. If you use a camera like this, you have to learn all the settings. It's not like take a camera and take a picture. You can do it. You have the green setting, and so you can start just shooting. But if you want to use the camera in an advanced mode and you want to get the best picture results, and you have to set the camera to your own interests, then it's very important to know not all, but the most of the settings in the custom setting menu, because there are lots of things to change and there are lots of interesting things to change. You have the autofocus setting first, then you have the ISO settings, and yeah, then let's go to the shutter release button. There you can set the standby timer, self timer, monitor off delay. Then you have the shooting and display. There you can set the different viewfinder grids. One thing I should show you now is you have the question button here, and if you press the question button, you get an information or explanation for the different points. So that's very nice to have, because if you don't know what the setting means or which setting fits your needs best, you can go down and if you say, oh, I don't know what this means, CL mode, shooting speed, just press the button, and then the camera gives you a hint or an information what you can change here. And what changes at the CL mode shooting speed is you can set the different speeds for the shooting speed. And if you change here on the CL mode, you see there it says CL. If you go there to the CL mode, the camera uses the frames per second you have set here in the menu. So that's very nice. So you can change the different speeds, and you can customize the camera in the way you like it. So then you have the information display, LCD illumination. So and the battery order, if you use the battery pack under the D7100, you can say in which order the battery should be used. Then you have the flash thing, flash shutter speed. Yeah, so and now we come to the different buttons. You can set the different buttons. You can set the OK button in the shooting mode, and you can set it in the playback mode, and you can set it in the live view mode. So you have the different settings for the FN button. here on the camera. Then you have the assign preview button where you can change different things. I told you before, here's the horizon, which is shown in the optical viewfinder. I'll show you later how this will work. So one thing I should show you is customized comment dials. So if you wonder, when you press the replay button to show a picture, it only shows the date and the picture number and the resolution, not more. So if you press any of the buttons, you won't get more information. And I wondered all the time where to get more information. And the secret to get more information is if you press here in the controls the customize comment dial, and if you press the menu and playback, and if you set this to on, you have to set the point to on, then you will see what happens if you make a replay of a picture. You make a replay, and then you have to turn the front dial, and if you turn the front dial, you will see there are the settings from the picture you have taken. So just go through by turning the dial, just go to the different informations, and you will see this is a picture only, and then you get the first information where you set the ISO mode, where you get the lens you've used. You see vibration reduction was off when I have taken the picture. So that's very good to know. You have to set it in the menu, and when you set it in the menu, we'll get all the informations from the camera when you have taken the picture. So, and then we have the movie settings. Yeah, and that's it. So you see the different settings of the custom setting menu are very, very long, and there are lots of points to set, and you have to learn. You have to work with the camera, and so it's nice to get a perfect setting for yourself when you know all the different settings and all the different points in the menu. So here's the setup menu where you set the memory card, or you can reset the camera, monitor brightness, clean image sender, lock mirror up for cleaning, flicker reduction, then you have the time zone language, battery info, image comment, copyright information, you have the virtual horizon setting. See, here we have the virtual horizon. See, it's only a 2D. And you can use the GPS module and the wireless mobile adapter you can use. So let's go to the retouch menu. Yeah, in the retouch menu you can make lots of retouch from a picture you have taken. There you can make a red eye correction, you can trim, you can make a monochrome picture, you can use different filter effects. So it's very nice when you're on the way and you don't want to take your computer or iPad to make the corrections. It's nice to make the corrections directly in the camera, and you can make the most important thing like straighten, or you can use nice effects like fish eye or something like that. You can make the perspective a little bit better if you have taken with a wide angle lens pictures of buildings or something like that. So it's very nice, it's easy to handle. You have the miniature effect, and you can, if you wanna do some change, just press the button, take the picture, and you will see here on the bottom, you see that's very easy, and here the camera says what to do. If you want to go up and down, just press the up and down button. If you want to change the direction, you see it says press this button, and there is the direction change. So the camera gives you a lot of information and a lot of help to set the different picture changes, and So I like it very much. It's easy to handle, and it's an easy way if you're outdoor or if you're on your way and haven't the iPad or computer on hand, just to work a little bit with your pictures and make them a little bit nicer, or change the color or make a black and white out of it. So I like this feature very much. So, and let's go back to the menu. So here is the retouch menu. And on the last point, we have the recent settings. There, the camera shows you the last settings you have done. Yeah, so these is the menu. As I said before, learn, and work with the menu. It's very, very important to work with a menu. So you have the live view button, and you have the different live view button for the camera mode, and you have the live view button if you want to take movie. Just put the lever up and press again, and here we are in the live view for the movie function. One thing I should show you, if you're in the live view function, and if you press the menu button, and if you want to change the settings in the custom settings autofocus, you will see they are light gray, so you can set the autofocus settings if you're in the live view mode. So just press the shutter release to get out of the menu, just press the live view button, and you're in the normal mode. And then when you press again the menu and go into the custom settings menu on autofocus, you will see all the points are now available, so you can change the settings. So that's very important to know, because some of you might wonder that you can set the points. Just go out of the live view mode and you can set the points here. If you, I showed you before with the level meter in the camera. I'm not sure if you can see it through the viewfinder of the camera. If I press the button, you will see, just a second, it's a little bit difficult for me to handle this, but if you press the button here, just give me a second, there, here we are in the middle, you see just go a little bit, turn like this, and you will see it. You see in the middle there the small arrow and the small, you see if I turn the camera to the left and turn it to the right, so you have the virtual horizon just also in the viewfinder. But to have this, you have to put it on one of the function buttons. So if you look through the viewfinder, you just press one of the functions buttons you have set, and then you will see the virtual horizon in the optical viewfinder. I like it very much, because if you take pictures on the ocean or somewhere else where you need the absolutely perfect horizon, it's very nice to have this also in the viewfinder, not only on the live view mode on the back side of the camera. Here on the side we have the AF and manual focus change. If you want to change the different settings of the autofocus mode, just press the button. Just give me a look. I will show you in the info mode, because it's better to see there in the info mode. It's a little bit bigger to see. So just press the button on the side there, and if you press the button, you will see you have the different settings, and by turning the front dial you have the setting like this, and if you turn the back dial you can set between single, automatic and continuous, and if you're in continuous you can see there are the different settings from 3D to auto to only 1.9 points and so on. So front dial, back dial, different settings for the autofocus, single, continuous, and automatic. So, and that's all the time the same when you work with a Nikon. If you press the ISO button, you will see here you're in the ISO mode, and then if you turn the front dial, you can change to auto ISO. If you turn the back dial, you change the auto. Same the quality. You turn the front dial, you have the large, small, or medium. If you turn the back dial, you have basic, raw, and fine, and the different settings in this way. So all the time, white balance the same. You have the auto white balance, and on the back dial you have the different light settings for the white balance. So all the time use the front dial and the back dial for the settings, and you will see you have always different settings on the front and the back dial. If you get used to this, it's very, very fast to change the different settings. When I first took a Nikon camera, I was very confused about all the different dials and all the different buttons, and I didn't like it very much. And after a while, when I've taken the test with the D600 and the D7100 and before the 3200, I get more and more used to this. And if I get more used to this, I like it more, because it's a system. If you know how to work with, you can change the settings very fast, and you can change the settings of the camera in a very nice and smooth way. But you have to learn, you have to work with the settings, and you have to know which dial works with which button, and so it's learning all the time. Yeah, as I said before, we have the program dial on top of the camera. So let's see what settings we have. We have the program dial, then we have shutter, aperture, priority, and we have the manual setting. Then we have the effect settings, and let's go to the live view. There you will see the different settings. So let's see. Here we are. Just turn the dial, and you see here you have the different settings. That's what I said. Learn, and you know you have to turn the dial, and you will see the different settings from night visions, color, sketch, miniature effect, selective color, silhouette, high key and low key. And you see on different settings, selective color, it says OK set. And if you're in a point where this is where the camera told you or tell you just to press the OK button, you see you can set different colors to select. So that's good to know and important to know. In the different settings of the camera, you have not only the effect, but you can change the effect. And you see here it says miniature effect set OK. If you press OK, you see there are two bars in the screen where you can set where the miniature effect should go, only in this small area in the middle or in a little bit bigger area. And the camera says press the right or left button to change the direction. If you want to change the direction, just press the button, and you see now the direction is this way. Press again, and you have this direction. So look at the screen, and you see if there is a special option for this for the effect, and you can change the effect in a different way. Same thing if you go up here, and if you have the two settings, U2 and U1 for the individual settings. Same thing on scene. If you're on the scene, just turn the dial, and you see you have landscape, you have child, you have sport, close-up, night portrait, landscape. So you have the different settings just by turning the dial. It's very easy to change, and you can change it in a second if you know how to do. You see here are the different settings of the programs. Yeah, on the last we have the, okay, not last, but first we have the no flash option, and then we have the auto option. And in the auto option, the camera makes all the setting by herself. You see here's the ISO auto and aperture and shutter speed. The camera makes everything and tries to optimize the settings for the best results, for the best picture results which are possible in this certain situation. Yeah, so these are the main functions of the Nikon D7100. On my test I had the 18 to 200 millimeter lens. Usually I don't like lenses with a lot of zoom factor. From 18 to 200, that's a very high value. Usually I don't like it because the picture quality compared to a single focal lens is not really good. But I was really surprised, really surprised about the quality of the 18 to 200 millimeter lens. The quality is real good. I like it very much. I use it now very often. It's a real nice compact travel lens with a good vibration reduction. You have the normal and the active. If you have the normal, it works in all directions. If you have active, only works in this direction. So if you have a moving object, the camera don't try to eliminate the speed in this direction, only in this direction. So it's a really good lens for a reasonable price, and it's a good lens to always have with you if you are traveling or if you're on the weekend or somewhere else. Just take it. It's very nice, and compared to a single focal lens, I mean, it's not as good. If you work in RAW and you want the absolute best picture quality, you have to take a 105 millimeter macro or something else. But I like it very much, and I was really surprised about the real good picture quality of the 18 to 200 millimeter lens from Nikon. Yeah, so these are the main features of the D7100. On my German internet site I have a really long review, and I compared the D7100 with the full frame D600, and I explain the difference between an APS-C and the full frame camera, and I explain if it is worth to buy a full frame or if a APS-C model is enough for your needs. Yeah, the test is unfortunately only in German, but there are a lot of pictures. You can compare a lot of pictures between 7100 and D600. There you can see the difference between the depth of field, and you can see the difference in the different ISO settings. The link to the pictures on my Flickr account is just under this YouTube video, and the link to my internet site and the review is also just under the YouTube video. Yeah, hope you enjoyed my small review for the D7100. There are lots of more videos coming up in the next weeks. There are lots of more interesting cameras coming up, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will come back to my YouTube video site and have a look on my Flickr pictures. There are a lot of pictures to see for the different cameras. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and thanks and bye bye and moin moin.